Good morning. Welcome to the Community for Conscious Living weekly live broadcast. Today is Sunday, November already, Sunday, November 6th of 2022. The Community for Conscious Living is a community dedicated to personal transformation for universal harmony, healing the planet by making inspired changes in ourselves and in our daily lives that create a sustainable environment and a peaceful world. Today, our topic by request is about the healing power of emotions. And it started out to be, can you do something around emotions and embracing our emotions and, being present with, embracing, understanding emotions. And so I call this the healing power of emotions because emotions, they truly get a bad rap, right? They get a bad rap because we are taught not to show our emotions, that if we show our emotions, it's a sign of weakness. It's a sign of being out of control. It is a red flag for being dangerous. And in reality, when we squelch our emotions and we try to stop them from moving, this is when they erupt. Emotions are meant to remain in motion. And honestly, if we try to reason and rationalize our way out of the experience, we dishonor what the emotions are telling us. The emotions truly are the doorway to what we truly value and what we know as our core knowing inside of ourselves. So in today's meditation and healing circle, we're going to go through a process of just that, being present with the heart, whatever wants to move in the heart, and traveling through that doorway of the emotions, the feelings, to discover what it is that we truly believe and what we truly know, right? We don't want to discredit our inner knowing and squelch our emotions and go straight up to rationalizing something that may or may not be beneficial. So let's go ahead and come into our meditation and healing circle. Let's come into our circle, sitting side by side, shoulder to shoulder, elbow to elbow, knee to knee, coming together as one. And just bring everything to face toward the center of our circle, facing toward a central hub. And as if we're sitting on the perimeter, making the wheel, the outer rim of the wheel, and we're facing the hub. And bring all of your face, your eyes, your ears, your nose, your mouth to face the center of the circle. And take a full and gentle breath and bring your heart center, the funnel of energy that extends from the front of your heart space, bring that to face the center of the circle as well. And take a full and gentle breath and drop down into your pelvic bowl and bring your hara, that space in front of your belly, just bring that to face the center of the circle as well and to rest into the center of the circle. Sometimes we feel our emotions in our bellies and it feels very uncomfortable, can hold a lot of discomfort there. So let your belly know that this is a safe space for it to be present. It doesn't have to be any certain way in order to be accepted here or loved here. It can just be and rest into this circle. And together let's call on our source in the name of the one most merciful, ever compassionate. We call on you. We ask you to send your essence of your pure divine light. Just imagine this pure divine light streaming into the center of our circle, filling all of this space with light. The pure divine light, the light that is cleansing, that is purifying, that is illuminating. And just let this light, just let it cleanse all of our space, cleansing all of this space, and clearing out the shadows, the dust, the cobwebs, and just let this light fall on your skin. And as this light falls on your skin, just let it be absorbed in through your pores. Let it be absorbed in through your pores and just take it up into your body's electrical system. Let your body's electrical system just drink that in, take in that light, and let that light travel along your neurological pathways, just kind of like little Pac-Men, cleaning up along the pathways, cleaning up everything along the circuitry. Any loose ends, any frayed wires, just let them be repaired as this light moves along your nervous system and your neurological pathways, all the way to the core of your body, to your central channel, and into your brain. And let this light, just as you inhale, draw this light into the core of your body, the central core. And as you exhale, drop down and land into your hips, land into your pelvic bowl. And a full and gentle breath, and let's bring the heart center to face the center of the circle. In the name of the one most merciful, ever compassionate, we call on you. We ask you to send your essence of your unconditional love. Just imagine, feel, perceive this unconditional love streaming into the center of our circle. Streaming in. And just let your heart center, that funnel at the front of your heart space, just let it tip up slightly. And let this gentle waterfall of unconditional love stream in and like stream through that funnel and flow into the center of your heart. The heart is all about love. It's about loving and being loved. So let your heart receive this gentle waterfall of pure unconditional love and allow your heart, invite your heart to feel loved, to be loved, to receive love. And breathe in that pure, unconditional love. And as you exhale, just let any of the tension or constriction around your heart, just blow that out with your breath as you exhale. And inhale, breathe in this pure, unconditional love. Let it flow all the way into the center of your heart. And as you exhale, blow it out and release. And just let yourself upright your spine. And as you inhale that love in through your heart center, let yourself lean back, like let your conscious body lean back against your spine. And let this pure, unconditional love stream in through your heart. And just notice, our topic today is about emotions. Notice constriction around your heart. Notice if your heart is maybe feeling something emotional and maybe holding a barrier over it. I feel like mine is today. And just notice if there's any barriers, blocks around your heart. Notice if there are any emotions that are wanting to be expressed or wanting to be held and perhaps not expressed, wanting to stay behind the barrier. And either way is okay. Either way is okay. And just let yourself feel and notice. Notice what is there. In the name of the one most merciful, ever compassionate. Again, let's call on our source. We call on you. We ask you to send your essence of your eternal compassion. And just feel, perceive this eternal compassion. This is the ocean of living consciousness that supports and holds us, contains us, keeps us in this womb of living consciousness, in this womb of safety. So let yourself just feel this compassion coming up from beneath you, holding you, supporting you, enveloping you, containing you, creating a space of safety and nurturing connection, containment, and let your entire being, as you inhale in this pure divine light, unconditional love, and eternal compassion, into your core, let yourself drop down, land into your pelvic bowl, and let your whole body rest into this ocean, this cosmic womb of eternal compassion. Just let your whole being rest into that and feel yourself held in this totally loving, accepting, nurturing womb of compassion. And let yourself breathe that in. Breathe in that light, that love and compassion. And as you exhale, just let your whole body drink it in and rest into this compassion. I want to read a poem from the poet Rumi. It is called Guest House. You may have heard it, but allow yourself to listen with the ear of your heart as you rest into this unconditional love and compassion and absorb this pure divine light. This being human is a guest house. Every morning a new arrival, a joy, a depression, a meanness, some momentary awareness comes as an unexpected visitor. Welcome and entertain them all, even if they're a crowd of sorrows who violently sweep your house empty of its furniture. Still treat each guest honorably. He may be clearing you out for some new delight. The dark thought, the shame, the malice, meet them at the door laughing and invite them in. Be grateful for whoever comes because each has been sent as a guest from beyond. A guide from beyond. Be grateful for whoever comes because each has been sent as a guide from beyond. That is from our beloved Rumi, our Jalaluddin Rumi. So, your emotions. As I said at the beginning, I'll repeat because some people have come in. The emotions, we tend to squelch them. We're taught that if we express our emotions, if we show our emotions, that it's a sign of weakness, that we're out of control, that we're dangerous or could become dangerous, right? We fear emotions. And what is it that we truly fear? I want to put this in perspective. The emotions themselves give us vital information about what's going on inside of ourselves and how our true core knowing selves are relating to what's going on around us. We have to have this information. It's vital information if we want to grow, if we want to be emotionally intelligent, if we want to be able to express ourselves in a honest and vulnerable and strong way, right? Truly strong from the inner strength. We have to be able to sense our emotions, feel our emotions, allow our emotions to flow, and be true to what we are feeling. When it becomes dangerous is when we try to stifle our emotions and they build and build and build and then erupt. And they erupt in a volcanic action, if you will, or a cathartic action that then feels threatening to someone who may be receiving or on the receiving end of that eruption, right? That comes from stifling and then exploding. That's very different from expressing our emotions in a true, honest, vulnerable, loving and compassionate way. So if we can be present with our emotions and witness them, understand them, listen to them, the knowing self from the knowing self. If we can be present with our emotions in that way and allow them to move, allow them to flow, allow them to express, they're not dangerous. They carry an incredible amount of wisdom. Now, it is true that sometimes our emotions, right, things hurt, and we feel those hurtful emotions. We feel the sadness, the grief, the sorrow, the pain. We feel the anger. And we're right to feel those things. And we're also, it's valid to say, ouch, this hurts too much right now. I'm going to have to table it for later. You know, it's none of that is invalid. It's all true to who we are. Let's take a minute now and just breathe that unconditional love into your heart. And I'll invite you to just place your hands over your heart as you breathe into your heart. And I want to invite your mind and your conscious body to be in a witness state of witnessing what your heart is feeling and how your heart is holding. If it's holding barriers or if it feels like a boulder inside, how is your heart holding around the emotions that you feel? And where do your emotions sit, right? Do they sit behind the wall? Do they sit under the boulder? Are they like caged? Are they embedded? Just notice what you notice about that and kind of get a sense of how it looks, how it feels, just how you perceive it inside yourself. And start out with your heart. Take some breaths into your heart, breathing. If your hands are over your heart, you're breathing into the space underneath your hands. And just see if you can allow some movement, physical movement of the heart space, the physical body surrounding the heart center. And just notice what you notice as that moves and as your breath moves in and out of your heart space. And just notice if your belly feels uncomfortable, if your belly feels unsafe or begins to feel, sometimes the belly is the place where we feel shame and guilt and other unsafe, right? Feelings of feeling unsafe. You can take your arms or one of your arms, you can take one arm and hold it under your belly like you're cradling a baby. You can put both arms there if you'd like, or you can have one there and one over your heart, one hand over your heart, one arm cradling your belly, and give that safety. Whatever feels the best for you, let yourself have that. And again, just witnessing your heart, your belly, your body, inviting your mind to witness, and just be present with what is. See if you can be present without trying to change it, without even trying to make sense of it or rationalize, reason it. That's what the mind does. That's how the mind can sometimes take the power away from the heart. And there's incredible power and wisdom in the heart. So allow yourself in this moment just to feel and be present in a witness state, noticing what you feel. Notice what you feel. And remember, you are surrounded with pure divine light, with unconditional love, and with eternal compassion. You are surrounded and held, contained in a womb of safety. And as you sense your emotions, give yourself permission to feel. And if that feels like too much, just really invite that unconditional love to come into that place in your heart that is feeling. And invite that unconditional love to flow, as well as that compassion and that light. Just let them flow into that space where those feelings are sitting in your heart or in your belly or wherever they may be in your body. You might even feel it in your throat. Note to self. So let yourself feel and just breathe that light and that love and compassion into those places in your body where you feel. And as you sit with what you're feeling, just ask yourself that question, what am I feeling? Sometimes we say, well, I feel like if so-and-so would do something differently, then I could be free. If so-and-so weren't the way they are, then I could have this, right? And so I invite you to just take that further in if that's what's coming up for you around what you're feeling, and just notice, like, what are the feelings, the emotions that you're feeling? And some examples of emotions are things such as sadness or grief or despair or hurt, disgust, fear, anger, rage, shame, guilt. This feeling of, it could even be jealousy or betrayal or self-pity. Of course, it can also be happiness, joy, peace, calm, love, all of those beautiful things. Just notice what your heart is feeling and be a witness to your own personal internal experience, not dependent on anyone else, even if someone else caused this pain in you. This is your experience that you get to have to inform you about who you are and what your truth is. Okay, so from that perspective, just let all of those other people or circumstances, invite them to just leave the room, leave your space, leave your personal sphere for this moment, and allow you to have your personal experience of what moves for you and what you feel inside yourself. This is your time. So feel it and ask yourself, what am I feeling? What emotions am I feeling? And breathe into your heart, breathing in that light and that love and that compassion. And as you breathe it in, as you sit with, I am feeling, then take a deep breath into your heart and drop back a layer deeper, like further down and in, back toward your spine, toward your core. And as you rest there and witness your feelings or feel your feelings, then ask yourself, from here, what is it that I need? And again, don't jump back out to the people that you want to have them be different or treat you differently or act differently, or the circumstances, but inside yourself, what is it that you're needing? Right? If you're feeling unsafe, you need to feel safe. If you're feeling sad, maybe you need compassion. If you're feeling fear, maybe you need to feel your personal power or confidence or courage. What is it that your being is needing? What are your feelings telling you about what you need inside yourself of your own personal qualities? What is it that you're needing to embody from within yourself? Again, anyone else who may be hanging out in your space, excuse me, as a part of the story of the circumstances, just invite them to exit, to leave your sphere and give you your personal time and space, your personal experience. What is it that you need? And allow yourself to be with your needs. Every human being has basic human needs, and you were entitled to those needs. You were created to have those needs, and these needs will help you to understand and know yourself. So feel into that. What is it that you need? And what are some of the basic human needs, right? And I'll give credit to the Nonviolent Communications website for this. But our basic categories of needs: you need connection, acceptance, appreciation, acknowledgement. You need connection. You need belonging. You need support. You need to be seen, to be heard, to know that you matter. You need to be understood. You need to trust and be trusted. You need physical well-being, right? You need the things that keep you safe. You need shelter, food, water. You need security. You need safety in expression, in movement, in exercise. You need rest. You need play. You need joy. You need humor. You need honesty, authenticity, integrity, vulnerability. You need peace. You need ease, beauty, equality, harmony, justice. You need that inspiration. You need freedom, independence, autonomy. You need meaning, purpose, fulfillment. You need to make a difference, to know that you matter. You need understanding. So what is it, as you sit with this feeling, and I'll be quiet now, I just wanted to help you to understand what you're looking for here. As you sit with your feeling, what is it that you need? What is it telling you about your basic human needs? And allow yourself to have that basic human need, or those basic human needs. Allow yourself to feel what you feel, drop in deeper, and need what you need. Every human being has needs. And as you sit with what you need and feel your need, I invite you to just call on your source, call directly, and imagine your source right in front of you as the true source that can meet all of your needs and understands you better than you understand yourself, knows what those needs are. So let that be right in front of you as you sit with these needs. And turn these needs, if you find yourself wanting to turn them to someone else to solve them for you, turn them directly to your source. Let yourself bring your neediness directly to your source. And again, a full and gentle inhale into your heart space. And as you exhale, drop back and down another layer. Further back into your body, down into your core. And what does this need tell you about what is most important to you, about your values? What is important to you? If you find that you need connection, connection is important to you. It's a value, but what more does it tell you about what you value? Let it inform you of your values, and let yourself, for yourself, declare your values. What is important to you? What you value? It's important to you to make a difference, to have purpose, to be seen, to be heard, to express yourself, to have safety in expressing yourself. What is that for you? And let yourself just kind of take a stance in those values about what is important to you, what you value. Declare that. You can say it out loud as you declare that for yourself. Breathe into it. Feel it in your body. And take a full gentle inhale and draw, as you inhale, draw all of your energy into your core. And as you exhale, upright your spine, land into your pelvic bowl, and just feel yourself centered in your center of gravity in your hips, around your lower dantian, that space that's beneath your belly button, and just drop down and in again, halfway front to back, halfway side to side. That is your center of gravity, where you can center yourself and balance. You can physically move from this space and have a lot more energy throughout your day. It's also the source, that lower dantian, that vital life force energy. So as you rest into that, let yourself really plug into that vital life force in your pelvic bowl, in your sacral center. And just let that energy just flow through your body as you stand in your inner strength along your vertical core, grounded in your hips, and declare what is valuable and important to you as a human being. Breathing into this, breathing in. As you sit with what is valuable and important to you, again, drop in a layer deeper and drop down further into your core. What does this tell you about who you are? What you know? What is it that you know in the core of your being to be true? What do you know? I can give an example. If you're feeling sadness, and say you sit with the sadness and you feel, I need compassion, and you drop a layer in and you say, yeah, compassion is important to me. It's a very important quality to have in my life. And you drop a layer deeper. And what you know, right? You need compassion. You value compassion as a quality, an attribute, a part of your life. And you know compassion, right? You know what it feels like to have compassion. You know what compassion feels like. You know what it feels like to give compassion. You know what it feels like to be compassionate. So that is your knowing. You know compassion. And what does that tell you then about who you are at your core? Likely you are a being of compassion, because the way that these emotions work is that they tell us who we are inside, and what we know and value inside of ourselves is not being reflected, or something other than that is being reflected on the outside. And we have that kind of that contrast, that opportunity for contrast, because we learn through contrast. And if we take that then back all the way in, it's like, yes, this tells me I do know compassion. I know what compassion is. I know what it feels like. And what does it tell you about who you are? You are a being of compassion. You contain compassion within you. So kun fayakun, be and it is. Let yourself really drop into your vertical core. Whether it is compassion whether it is being seen and valued, whether it is connection, whether it is acknowledgement, recognition, joy, whatever that is, land at the very core all the way. Let your conscious body land all the way at the very core of your physical body and stand in that knowing and that being of what is calling you home to yourself. What is calling you home to yourself. And as you sit within that, stand within that, rest within that, be within that. Kun fayakun, be, and it is. Just let yourself again go back to face with your source, and let your source just ask directly for that template, that energetic template, that vibration to flow into your body, like tapping the tuning fork, and really like vibrate, resonate that inner knowing within yourself so it becomes very strong, right? And you be who you are being. You return to who you are called to be. When you know that love and compassion, you know that light, you know that strength, you know that connection, you know that courage and that confidence, you know that state of being inside yourself. You know the value that you carry. Stand in it. Stand in your strength. Stand in your core. Declare it, own it, be it, and let this vibration, whatever you're calling on, just ask your source to just flow that right in through your heart center all the way into your core and really wake up that inner vibration, that inner knowing. Just breathe through your vertical core. Like let your breath move along your vertical core. And breathe along that vertical core and let that vibration awaken at your very core. Right? Everything is already contained within you. Let this be like the tuning fork where you tap a tuning fork and then you put it next to another tuning fork and it begins to vibrate and resonate. Let that vibrate at your core and let it become stronger and intensified. Use your breath. Use your breath, and let's see if there's a sound that we can tap into for this to help to increase the vibration. You can feel into it for yourself if there's a sound. What's coming for me is just the b, and that is like, that's like a tap, right? It's not a like a that has a continuous flow, but the b, it's like a, let it be like dropping little droplets into the fluid of your core, right? Your whole body is mostly water, mostly fluid. So when you drop a drop into a body of water, it creates ripples. So that b, b. Just imagine dropping that and like tapping, kind of like tapping a gong at the core of your body, and let that vibration just ripple throughout your whole core. And as the ripples emanate from your core, they move throughout all of your fluid body. And all of your body is somewhat fluid. So let that vibration of that inner knowing inside yourself, as you tap it with that b, let it ripple and vibrate throughout your whole body. And you hold consciousness in every cell of your body. So invite every cell of your body to receive that rippling and receive that vibration, and take that vibration in to every cell of your body. so that that vibration, let's talk about the vibration. The vibration carries the meaning, right? It's the energy of the thing that you are being called to, the energy of compassion, the energy of acknowledgement, the energy of connection, the energy of joy, the energy of wellness, whatever that is for you. And if you don't know, the energy of healing, the energy of love, the energy of truth, the energy of clarity, just let those ripple through your body and invite your cells to take them in. The confidence, the courage, whatever that may be. Let that resonate at your core. And I want to invite you, as you stand strong and stand straight, anchored into your pelvic bowl, just make another declaration for yourself, right? If it was compassion, I am compassion. Acknowledgement, I am the acknowledgement. It's that connection. I am connected. I am the connection. Let yourself declare it and be it. Because what you seek is seeking you, and it is within you. Everything that you need is breathed into your body along with your life force. Your life force energy contains the resonant frequencies and the vibrations of everything in existence, including the love, the compassion, the knowledge, the wisdom, the clarity, the truth, the acknowledgement, the freedom, the compassion, the courage, the confidence. Whatever it is that you are being called to know, it is within you. Your entire being carries it. So let yourself own it from within yourself, declare it, stand strong with it, and let it vibrate and resonate. Again, directly calling on your source, because all of it comes from your source. Without the breath of your source, you have no life force in your body. The life force leaves the body dies and decays, returns to the earth. It is that breath of spirit that contains the knowledge and the wisdom, and that is your life force. It is contained within you. So let yourself come to know it and merge with it and be it. And know that when you feel emotions inside yourself, that they are a doorway that can return you home to whatever it is that you're being called to know through the experience that is presenting itself, right? When the part of you that knows what's real, knows what's true, knows what's safe, knows what's love, knows what's connection. When that part of you witnesses something happening outside of yourself, or even within yourself, that it knows is not aligned with that core truth, you'll feel that twisting of the heart and twisting of the belly or the closing of the throat, and it feels like emotions. And our tendency is to disconnect from the emotions and go to the mind and start trying to make sense of what's happening outside. We reason, we rationalize, we want things to be different. We want other people to do things differently. There may be some, and there is validity in all of that. If we take the time to be with what we're feeling, it can tell us about the original knowing on the inside. That's the inner compass that originally said, hey, something's off here, right? It calls us home, and we can go through this process anytime, right? Through the what am I feeling? What is that telling me about what I need? Oh, what is that need telling me about what I value? What's important to me? What are my values telling me about what I know? what is my knowing telling me about who I am and what I contain and what this being is? And that's when you call to your source and you ask. You ask for that help and you ask for those vibrations to be lit up within you and for the knowing of that vibration of love, of compassion, of connection, of the clarity of the truth, the confidence, the acknowledgement, the courage, whatever it is, the healing, the wellness, all of that you just, and the understanding, all of that you call and you ask to receive that. And you ask for that to be awakened from within you so that you feel it and you know it within the consciousness of every cell of your being. And you can stand firm in it in the core of your body and anchor into your pelvic bowl, really tapping that life force, vital life force energy inside your being and owning every bit of this with every fiber of your being, knowing who you are. And then when you know who you are, if there is a situation that has had you feeling the way you felt, then you can revisit it and say, okay, from this place of centeredness, of knowing, of connecting with my own knowing, now can I reframe the situation? Is there something I would like to say here? Is there something I would like to do or to change? Or can I just be present with, in a loving and compassionate way, what is being called for? See if you get a different perspective on that. And you can take a minute and do that now. Just see if there was a situation that you were familiar with that was sparking your feelings. Take a look. Is there something that you can say from a place of authenticity and truth? Is there something that you want to do that will honor what you truly need? Is there something you need to change? Or is it about being present with and holding a space of love and compassion and acceptance? What is that for you? It's going to be different for everyone. But make a note of what that is for you. You might want to journal about this. If you need some help and support, of course, you can call on me. I'm still doing sessions. I'll be in this class for the next 2 weeks. But I'll have some times, some down times, and we can see when we can get together if you need support. So breathe that in. One more time. Breathe all of the parts of yourself, all of your energy into the core of your being, along your vertical core. As you exhale, drop down and land into your pelvic bowl. Anchor into your hips. Feel your energy moving through your legs, connecting you all the way into the earth. Feel your center of gravity right at the center of your pelvic bowl. Kun fayakun, be and it is. And state your I am statement again, whatever that is for you. I am love, I am compassion, I am sincerity, I am authenticity, I am courage, I am confidence, I am acknowledged, I am valued, I am worthy. Whatever that is for you, say it, feel it, mean it, own it, live it, be it. Be it and live it. All right. And with that, I'm going to end the recording and open for the Q&A. If you're on the phone, press *2. If you're in the webcast, you can type in any questions or comments that you have, anything you'd like to share. If you're listening to the recording, join us live on Sundays at 10 a.m. U.S. Eastern Time, 7 a.m. U.S. Pacific Time. To get information for joining us live, go to communityforconsciousliving.com, communityforconsciousliving.com. While you're there, sign up to receive reminders and replays, notifications of replays when they're posted, and you will receive 2 free gifts. One is just a one sheet that is 10 spiritual principles of our human existence. It is a reminder, just a simple reminder of who we are, what this life is about, why we're here, what this world is about, You can post that all around so that you can see it. And when you start feeling a little off and what the heck's going on here, you can see that and remind yourself, oh yeah, that's right. That's what this world is about. That's who I am. That's why I'm here. And it also comes with part 2 of that is a 15-minute guided meditation that you can download, use as a part of your daily practice to help you to connect with the pure divine light, the unconditional love, the eternal compassion that is the core of your being, that is who you are, and remind yourself of that experientially and practically, vibrationally every day. All right, with that, I'm ending the recording and opening for the Q&A. I thank you very, very much.